Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I got some parcels in the mail, including one from Susanna from Vintage Blend Studio. So I'm going to start at the very top and show you all my goodies and have a little look through. So the first one came from Nicki Franklin. As you know, I've been doing a little project stitching all of the Nicki Franklin stitcheries that I had gathered when I was at a recent retreat, and I got to meet Nikki as well. And I'm making a gardener's journal in an old book cover that belonged to my grandmother. So I did the math on all the pages and I was short a couple. So I placed an order. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just so sweet? I just love these little stitcheries because I think I don't have to think. I think that's why I'm enjoying them. I don't have to create. I've just got to follow the steps. Look at that. Just beautiful. Chamomile. Yes, gorgeous. So that's the first one that's arrived. So I need to stitch that little one. I think I'm up to episode 3 filming. I think you guys are either going to watch one this week or next week. I just can't remember and I don't have my diary beside me. So that's to be done. Now this one, the potting shed, isn't that beautifully presented? Save the bees. Let's have a little peek. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Mixed seeds. Now this is part of a collection that is a monthly release, and they're all, oh, look at all this. Oh, goes on to the, oh, that attaches, that's iron-on to the back of the stitchery that then attaches it to the beautiful piece of recycled paper. That's what's happening there, and that's it there. So this is part of a monthly seed packet series, and then once everyone gets their release, Nikki opens it up to everyone else to buy them individually if you are so inclined. So I thought this was a perfect one for my little storybook because this is mixed seeds to go into the garden, which are then grown, harvested and taken inside to the vase. So that's sort of the little story that's going along in my stitchery. So having space for a couple extra, I thought, well, this one is a very good one. Yeah, beautiful. Isn't that well presented? So number 2 of 2023. So this would have been their February one. Save the bees, plants and flowers. Beautiful. So I have those have arrived and are ready to stitch. Beautiful. Now Can Do Books is one of my favourite sellers of books. They're an Australian-based company and you can get all sorts from them. Even you can get Jennifer, excuse me, Jennifer, oh goodness me, I feel like I'm going to have a sneezing attack. Jennifer Clouston's books that she has from them. So I was going through their website and this one popped up. Now I've seen it reviewed by Susanna on her channel. So it's sort of in the back of my mind as being one that I would like to add to my collection. And I ended up picking it up for $25, which I think is pretty good. Because look at it, chock-a-block with ideas and suggestions. So the name of the book is What Once Was Old. Now it's gorgeous because it's half French and half English. And it's just got some beautiful Beautiful ideas. So I'll do a quick flip through. I love these butterflies made of old quilt and doily. What a great project for kids, you know, if you want to introduce stitching to some children. What a lovely, simple project. And then they've got the old peg. I found some of those pegs at a market with Susanna when she came up. Gorgeous. I love that old pottery. Button flowers. I've got myself a bird nest and I was wondering what I could do with it. I had a really windy day a couple months ago and it was sitting on the grass on the front lawn of the house, and I picked it up and I put it in the freezer to kill anything that was in it, but it hadn't been really used because there was no, you know, bird dirt anywhere. It was like it was still under construction, and all the soft wadding inside was Bandit's hair. It was all his fluff. So it's like I've got a bird nest with Bandit in the lining. It's so gorgeous. I wouldn't mind making a little bird to sit in it. It's on the one-day project. I love how they've mounted the nest on that spring. That's pretty cute. There's a nest in a cage. These are all purchased nests. I do have some little nests too that we were selling one year in our Christmas shops, and they're all reasonably bright colours covered in glitter. And they're so cute, and I think I've got one of each colour. I just grabbed them and tucked them in my cupboard. And they're probably more like that. That's a man-made, you know, for sale nest. Do I like that little bird pattern? Is that him there? That wouldn't be too hard to make. The little robin. May need to investigate that further. I love these. Oh, I remember that caught my eye with Susanna when she was flipping through the book. Just beautiful. Speak of the beautiful, the fudge is coming over to say hello. He's had his breakfast and he climbed into bed and was settling down. That's pretty. And I thought he'll have a nap while I film this video. Good morning, Fudgy. But he's up. I've got a few containers I've been collecting for pin cushions too that I really want to do, but that, gosh, we're running out of year. It'll be next year. Got a couple different things. I've got a beautiful one for Easter that I want to do. It was going to be this Easter, but it just didn't happen. And when I was unpacking my kitchen, look at those colours, like, oh. When I was unpacking my kitchen, the 3 pincushion containers popped out, and I'm like, oh, I never did. Come here, Fudgy. He wants to jump up. I remember making things like this when I was a kid. Do they use a polystyrene ball? Fudgy, over here, Fudge. That's a puss. Up you come. That's it. Now you just take a seat. There we go. Oh, gorgeous. Well, we'll have to investigate that bird a little bit more. And I do like the look of those butterflies. I've made scrappy butterflies before, but I've never really focused on the form of the butterfly and worked in the doilies. I like that. I have to think about that one. So this is the next one. This has been out of print for a little while. I have been waiting and waiting for this, and I finally found a company, I think it was Booktopia, that was happy to put me on back order. So at least then it'd be surprise, it's here. I just think this is gorgeous too. See, there's some flowers made of a similar style. It's not the same lady, is it? No. There she is. Just a gorgeous book. Like just looking in her room with all the little yummy things around. Little houses. Yeah. Now someone flipped through this. I think it was Susanna as well. I just can't remember. What a beautiful way to use Liberty fabrics. These little girls. So it looks like the Liberty Girl pattern drifts through the whole book. And then in amongst it are projects. Very clever. A few well-placed stitches. Oh, isn't it pretty? These little girls. And then the little girls are on this bag, and then here's this flower, three-dimensional flower, and the flower again. Oh, how sweet. Oh, gosh. You could just fill up your workspace with stuff, couldn't you? That bag's nice. I like the style of that. Looks like it's got loops at the top. Oh, okay, so it's based loosely on a rice bag. It's very pretty, very cute. Is that the pattern for that? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it is. Pussycat, what's the matter, Fudge? Oh, that's so sweet. Even just the little stitchery at the top of that little tab there that the cord is sliding through. Beautiful. Hello, Pussy. Pussy, want to come down? I'm just going to help Fudge to the floor. I don't like him jumping down too much. It jars his little body. There you go, buddy. He's too old for high shenanigans. He needs to be careful. The rabbit. Oh, aren't you beautiful? Aren't you gorgeous? So she makes a little satchel with the rabbit. Little houses, they're gorgeous too. Oh, there's a lot of patterns out there with little houses on them. That's very cute. Very simple way of constructing it. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? So there's a definite theme of these little girls rolling through this book. Pin cushions. Oh, gorgeous. That's cute. Simple, gorgeous little pin cushion. Oh, I have to make a little house one day. Oh, they're beautiful. The old fabrics. The loose stitching, you know, just... Fudgy's gone back to bed now. They're so pretty. Oh, they've used knitting needles. Old knitting needles as the stems. Very clever. Oh, gosh, there's some good ideas out there, isn't there? Just you never remember them, do you? Unless you flip through your books regularly. That's cute. Oh, I love that. Just simple, primitive stitching. Blue work. There is a lot in this book. I think I paid a bit for it, but this wasn't a cheap book. I won't say because I can't remember, but yeah. Look at all those old pieces of quilt. I can never find beautiful pieces of quilt like that. Always odd colours. Oh, just... Is there a lot of glare on that for you guys? There is for me. So this book is just full of yummy, yummy ideas. Look at all the bullion stitches around that. There's a lot in this. Cushions, Easter cushions, rabbits. No wonder this book's sold out. This is quite good value because there's so many projects. And as I think Susanna mentioned when she was reviewing some of her books, look at the calendar. To have lots of projects in a book, you don't mind paying just that little bit extra because you've got, you know, lots to do. But that one over there for $24, I think, even if I just make the bird out of it, you know, it's nothing to pay $20 for a pattern, especially if you're buying it from an actual shop. It might be a little bit cheaper if you're on, you know, an online store where you can download the pattern. So there's some more details. Geez, so much work goes into making a beautiful book. Oh, it's gorgeous. Love them. Yeah, so I've been looking for them for a little bit. So Susanna, what have you been up to? She sent me this parcel. Here's an early Christmas present with a challenge to make 3 angels using the wings provided. I bought a panel for myself too. I will film the process. Hope you like them. Are you challenged? Love, Susanna. Oh, what has she done? Okay, let's have a look. So there's a challenge. I don't know. Am I up for a challenge? Let's have a little look. Oh, look at these vintage Christmas cards. Where do you find this stuff, Susanna? Oh. Aren't you just beautiful? New York, made in England, but sent to London and New York. Oh, the snowman's a bit creepy, isn't he? Look at the snowman's face. Is he a little bit angry? Oh. I was going to say that reminds me of children's books. And yeah, it is referring to a children's book. Oh. When stories were innocent. Okay. Ah, this is the butterfly. Susanna had some kits in her store. I think it was last week. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure if they're still available. You'll need to head over to Vintage Blend Studios and have a little look. You might be in luck and nab yourself a pack where she's got some of these butterflies or flowers and oh, there was all sorts. She released some more kits last week. What have we got here? A puppy dog and a pussy cat. Oh, gee, there's some nice images out there that are pre-printed panels. Beautiful for embroidering. Just gorgeous. Angel wings. Hello, here we go. What have we got here? Oh. Wow. Okay. Beautiful piece of fabric. So angel wings. Challenge. Wonder why they were made. She picks up these random things and we always wonder, you know, what's the story behind things. I wonder what someone was planning, whether they were going to cut them out and put them onto something. Oh, what could I make? An angel for my Christmas tree, maybe. Let's have a look. And oh, look at this. She mentioned that she'd gone, oh, look at the girl. Oh, she mentioned she'd gone to her local quilt store and had bought a panel. And, oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at the dove. Oh, we haven't really, oh, look at the reindeer. We haven't worked on a Christmas project idea yet. We've tossed around a few ideas, but we just, oh, look at the angels. Is this the angels you're referring to? The 3 angels. Where is that note? Where's that girl's note gone? With a challenge to make 3 angels using the wings provided. Oh, okay, gotcha. Ah, look at that. So we have the angels using the wings provided. Well, there's plenty of fluff there. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. How am I going to do this? Aren't they? Choose light. Treasure the spirit of season. And believe and rejoice. And then we've got the deer. Now, who printed this panel? Okay, there's the details. So this must be fairly new, because I haven't seen this pop up anywhere yet. Aren't the colours just glorious? Okay, so we've got 3 angels on this panel, a wreath and a reindeer and a dove. And the challenge is to use these wings to create these angels. Well, in my head, they have to be 3-dimensional then to get these wings in. But I wonder if they can be, you know, stitched in to the panel. That'd be beautiful. And then how do I present the panel so that I can use it at Christmas? Don't mind the idea that they become 3 angels that are 3-dimensional on my Christmas tree. That could be rather cool. Or do I create something where they stand, the 3 angels side by side? They're so beautiful. You know, have something that they're both, the 3 of them are mounted on, and then that piece is just placed somewhere at Christmas. Don't know. I shall have to have a think. Or do I leave it as a panel and stitch and, you know, do something with this piece as it's in entirety? I used to do a lot of that back in the day, where I'd buy a beautiful panel that I liked and then stitch into it. I don't know. I will have to have a think about this, but looks like we have a Christmas project. So if it interests you, Christmas Magic is the name of the panel. There it is again if you want to take a screenshot or write it down. There's a style number here. I'll put the details in the description down below so that you can sort of cut and paste that information into Google and find who has the panel at your local store. I believe this has come from Gail's Emporium or Gail's Patchwork. I'll find all that info out, the exact wording. And I believe she has a the ability to do online orders. So whether it's on her site as a panel, if it is, I'll have the link there. If it isn't, I'll have her phone number there. So Australian ladies, you can ring, you can call and place an order if you'd like to get yourself this panel. I would say this will pop up in all good patchwork stores. So I'd even check in with your local and ask them if they're ranging the fabrics, but I bet you they are, and I bet you there's a heap of fabrics that go with this. That's just beautiful, absolute, very rich and vibrant. Look at that, right? Just gorgeous. I'm going to have a little think about all this. Aren't they just beautiful? Just whimsical. I sort of feel like I want to make them like dolls. But I don't want to lose the softness of it. You know what I mean? Like all of this little detail. I don't want to lose any of that. So to find a line and cut out around her to make her three-dimensional, I'd lose those unless you do like a bulky. Maybe that would work. Maybe I'm overthinking it and I could be a little bit more whimsical. Imagine these beaded. Lots of beads on them. Can you hear my brain thinking? All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I need to sit and mull this over and have a think about what I can do. Including the wings, that shouldn't be a problem. Like, that's beautiful. That looks like a ribbon. Those rosettes that are on tulle, that's all that is. I think I even have some of this product. There, see how there's a netting in there? So they've stitched them on and then someone's just cut out a shape. So I can get in there and pull this apart or cut a new shape. You could certainly get a wing out of that, but we'll see. And at the end of the day, if whatever I choose to do with it doesn't suit that, well then I just won't use it, because I don't want to take away from the beautiful print either. I'm seeing colourful beads and I'm seeing all sorts of things with this. All right, I'm going to stop there. I think I've rabbited on enough. So if you're interested in checking out Susanna's website, you will see some packs and you may even see the butterfly pack. Can Do Books is who I've got a little they do these great little brochures with all their latest books coming, so that's definitely worth a bit of a look, because you never know. And often you see, I've got that one, that's a good book, Textile Portraits. I've considered that one. Embellish are good too, like $11 to $12, the Embellish range of magazines. Lots of artists are featured in it, so you get a lot of bang for your buck with those. So Can Do Books, thank you for the vintage goodies. Then I've got Calico and Stitch. This is from Booktopia. I think I found it, but it's Amazon everywhere. And then of course my gorgeous little stitcheries to stitch. 2 more to go. I've finished stitching all the others. You probably don't know that yet anyway, because you haven't watched the 3rd video, but I'm to the point where I actually need these to carry on with. All right, thank you everyone for joining me, and thank you Susanna for the parcel. Challenge accepted. Don't know what I'm going to do, but challenge is accepted. All right, bye for now.